In the One Piece world, there are two powers that are common among strong people: Haki and Devil Fruit. Which power is better? Let's start first with the Devil Fruits. Some of the Devil Fruits have incredible power. For example, Whitebeard did have the power to destroy the world. But even though they have incredible power, Devil Fruits are not based on fantasy, but on science fiction. When Oda was asked something about the Devil Fruits, at the end of his answer he said that a certain professor will explain what the Devil Fruits are. Things that are based on fantasy, there is no need to explain them because that's the difference between fantasy and science fiction. And also, things that are based on fantasy are not going to be explained by a professor. We have three types of Devil Fruits: Paramecia, Zoan, and Logia. Paramecia Devil Fruit are the most common. They are based on various things. A Zoan Devil Fruit gives the user the ability to transform into an animal, and a Logia Devil Fruit gives the user the ability to use an element. All these powers are great. But here's the thing: they can be nullified. If the user is in the water, the Devil Fruit power is negated, and also the body of the user becomes weak and he's unable to move. Considering that we are talking about pirates and marines here, that is a big problem. Because it doesn't matter how strong someone is or how powerful his Devil Fruit is, if he falls from the ship, then the fight is over. The other way how the power of a Devil Fruit can be negated is with sea stone. If the handcuffs are made of sea stones, and when they are put on a Devil Fruit user, then the power is negated completely. So that is a big problem for Devil Fruit users, the fact that their powers can be negated so easily. Haki, on the other hand, cannot be negated. The user can use it at any time he sees fit, at any circumstances. And I think this is a big advantage over Devil Fruits, because Haki doesn't have weak points as Devil Fruits have. A Haki user doesn't need to worry about where the battle is taking place and what the enemy has prepared beforehand, because he knows that his Haki cannot be negated. And the other thing is that the best defense against the Devil Fruit is Haki. One of the other ways how the power of a Devil Fruit can be nullified is using Haki. Even though not completely like the sea or the sea stones can nullify, but still very effective in a battle. A Devil Fruit user might be invincible against normal weapons. Like for example, Luffy cannot be hurt by bullets because his body is rubber, but he is vulnerable to sharp objects. But to a Logia user, normal weapons cannot do anything. In a way, they are like ghosts. But if someone is using Haki against a Devil Fruit user, then it does not matter what type of Devil Fruit they have, they will get hurt. Which you cannot say the same for a Devil Fruit user. If he attacks a Haki user and he uses his Haki as a shield, then the Devil Fruit power will be nullified. Haki has many advantages over the Devil Fruits. But the Devil Fruits have one advantage over Haki, and that is, you cannot run out of your Devil Fruit power. You can use it as much as you want in most cases. When Luffy did use Gear 3rd, his body did shrink and could not use it for a period of time, but that was not due to his Devil Fruit power, but because his body was not strong enough to handle the power. That's why after time skip, when he became stronger, he did not have a problem anymore. But when it comes to Haki, you can run out of it. There is a limit how much you can use it. Luffy did run out of Haki in the fight against the Flamingo, because he was using it to control Gear 4. But running out of Haki doesn't make your body weak, as the seed does to a Devil Fruit user. Oda was asked about that in SBS, and he said that the trade-off of not being able to move that you are referring to never existed in the first place. If he wanted to move, he could still run from place to hide, but could not use Haki during that time. In Dressrosa, after using Gear 4, he coincidentally ran into his allies and supporters so he can preserve his energy while they carried him to the next fight. If those people were not there, then Luffy would just have to do his best. Some of the Devil Fruits have incredible destructive power on a very large scale. For example, the powers of the Devil Fruits that the Admirals have are really amazing. Akainu can make it rain in lava, Aokiji can freeze the sea, Fujitora can summon meteorites. Is this an advantage over Haki? Yes and no. Here's why. The idea of using that kind of large-scale attacks is to take out as many people as possible. But Haki can do that as well. For example, Luffy did take out 50,000 people in Fishman Island in an instant. Oda was asked in SBS if Shanks was there, how many would he be able to take out? Oda said that Shanks and Rayleigh can take out all 100,000 of them. If the enemies are strong, they would probably not get knocked out. But the same can be said when it comes to the Devil Fruit's power. If the enemies are strong to resist King's Haki, then this means that they can use Armament Haki. So they will be able to protect themselves against the attacks of a Devil Fruit user. When we are talking about which one has the most destructive power, I think it's important to note that we have not seen the true potential of Haki. Oda gave us a small glimpse when Shanks went to Whitebeard's ship and did clash with Whitebeard. First of all, besides knocking out some of the pirates there, Shanks was able to damage even the ship with his Haki. And when he did clash with Whitebeard, the clouds were divided. This means that the advanced Haki can affect even the nature on a large scale. And that was not a fight. But if they were to fight, it could be that a huge area would be destroyed. So yeah, Haki has incredible power on a large scale, just like the Delfruits. One of the other advantages that Haki has over the Delfruits is that the Delfruit user does base their fighting style around their Delfruit power. That is fine, but that makes them more one-dimensional fighter and not versatile. Non-Delfruit users don't rely that much on the power of Haki. They create their own fighting style, and on top of that they use Haki. So that's why I think in general they are better fighters, because they train as fighters. And the Delfruit users, they train in a way that would maximize the use of their Delfruit power, so that is their priority. But when it comes to a fight, then the outcome depends on various things, but more importantly on the person. Because everyone is different and they use their powers differently. But everyone can obtain a Delfruit power, all you need to do is to eat it. But very few people can obtain advanced Haki or have King's Haki. Thanks for watching, like, share, subscribe for more One Piece videos, and see you in the next video.